It's our moye. Na me see MPP for you and Kwasia Fontino. Minya Obia Mani Mayor Minister Emame. Asimon Kasami.
I've done my best, but I still have one more task to do. And that is, with all my strength, all my energy, to help the new flag bearer, to help Mamadou Bawumia win the election of 2024. Ghana cannot afford the return of the NDC, especially under the leadership of John Dramani.
Under my administration, there will be no taxes on digital pay. The e-levy will therefore be abolished.
Mona Mokofa Bawumia to cabinet now sign out you Osio, Ekufuadu with Jimmy on the buy into no bow become Uji Bawumia di.
Bawumia person no I've been chill for that. He's different from Nanado.
Agyapong Kruma, you pass the e-levy no. Dear no bekan. Bawumia was instrumental in drafting e-levy tax.
Anra, nebu ofuse ya setam. Abakwe, wajwa Kufuadu wajasa. Because Bawumia want to establish that he is a man. Abade to me amo biena. Now so we a mistake say a year or two ago. Or you not say I will come out now I will say when I become president I'm going to win a flag.
I'm telling media be kind of crash. Is he gonna maybe operate with the assumptions? Go casa crano because I don't know that or uncomfortable working with party people. Said your name is and you say Kenyan and someone as someone said was here cardia to papanos. A party already know your statement is paving way for a group easily. Mosimaminka, who bought to the Kosa Kutre. I have to let him know. I have to let Bawumia know that Papano is causing damage to him. Because he said the best man. No. And he a man. Now, we best man, there's already chief of staff. Said we have permanent people. Yeah, Obia. I have some better make a Obia no. So what you know free no one. You bama woman revenge. Sir, Atefa Pa is still with Bawumia. La la. What? For him to make that statement against MPP people? Yani di yankwasi efu enu majuma. Yanko school denti. Ko fire. President Akufo-Addo ampasa wakasa. Hey. Nana ntiminka. No kasa pa. Nana kasa won't be nyaso sesa. Me kachira. Say nana tumi kachira MPP for say we don't deserve jobs in this country. Nana, you can't choose president.
Man said, when Mahama, media no crazy in Romumpa, and I can Agyapong or my NDC ammunition, NDC for Muntikuruma. When the man said, sir, when your fundamentals are weak, your exchange rate will expose you. When he was saying that $1 was 4 cedis, and the NDC for say 3 cedis, 80 pesos. And today, 11.5. The rate of depreciation. What are we going to say? And to me, the baby had no credit be any account. Now they were unfairly or a mate.
But the fail one year, the MPP party.
But Ebasa digital dia unkase MPP. I know there you take credit. Ebasa bibi nyadia uzi now you mate. Please, you see, I don't want individual, but media means so we. I was suspecting the way the year 2016 or economy was a year and compensation says our call round to make economy was. He talks about digital. Let me tell you something. Make Western North. Tie. Economist. Muntie. Tomato seller is the best economist I've ever seen. One polling station woman organized a catch and said, Honorable, maybe one ma mean to about. Nam so what day? Was it first a bucket of tomatoes and I'm 10 cedis. And then the same quantity no, me the 50 cedis. Me get to ashi into me nyajumanye me tifie. Economist Ben Chewi, he's been able to analyze it. The cost of 10 cedis tomatoes about 3 years ago now is 50 cedis. And she needs more money to go and buy. She doesn't have it into her TV. Sa mami we. Wakotoba, does she understand the guitar? No. Please, mummy and grow. I'm painful be on my yentia. Woman guy jata ban and still mupa somebody and sakoshim.
E-levy, bet tax and emission tax as president. Or see a tumana. Tiabia. Mahmoud Bawumia said, Ye Jimintian tumana near tumana or Kasim Yachre, Yanshas near Fantumano, or so by E-levy no Rankasa at the Bayano, or so by abolish it. Yatia, near him E-levy bia. Meno ne wow to Santasia Udimatem. Wow to Cabria Udimatem, wow to Bakwa Udimatem. Onti E-levy da. Yatia Bawumia Makofa E-levy by. Say E-levy need the and the best of your problem na. Wasa dan no catches a kufu with Jimmy and Okofa E-levy by and only your bar obecha E-levy nim. Yatia near ni be a tax bet tax. Ana bet tax near nim. Na boy sikwa no mako travel bet na ma jomsika tax da so motie wie da. Yes tax for biaba. Mona Mokofa ba omi ati cabinet na sign na ojitum. Osi o ekufu with Jimmy on the buy into no ba obetwam. Ujiba omi adi. Osi o inwusie taxi aba na nsen ya emission taxi. Ya ko discuss na cabinet o not wo bi. And ordin Sasha Asie, or by or so, Montumana, Obetrum, or just some with Jimmy. Something more to politics, Nasi. Mahmoud Bawumia, time a passy E-levy, Matisse MPP4 can't see me. Bawumia, not E-levy on support it, Shadewaha. Yeah, the fact this is the information minister of Ghana. His name is Agyapong Nkrumah. Agyapong Nkrumah, you passy E-levy, no, dear no Bekaya, when they are buying. Dien ano on a customer buying echo cabinet meeting or team or say Bawumia was instrumental in drafting E-levy tax. Agyapong Nkrumah yenyom ko cabinet meeting ni or in the whole customer buying or babonti be catch say Mahmoud Bawumia vice president no ye drafting policy E-levy abeje taxes we ho no or no na draft ye den na Bawumia be catch say Kuford with Jimmy or the E-levy aba or no ba obetwam Bawumia to solve a problem. Alan could Chamanteka chose Bawumia, Wabon, Bawumia ni anything newer, and the Alan or a Alan a prophet. Because Alan the Bawumia Tana cabinet that we see the numasem unim the level of Alan Bawumia, the highest level of thinking. Alan could Chamantin, only Bawumia Juma 8 years, only Bawumia level of thinking, only the standard. Alan could Chamantesa Bawumia, onye ni pebi obetuma bwa Ghana, na adwene wo form wa bre mo pamono. And omokase Bawumia E-levy no nka ho. Agyapong Nkrumah bekache 2022 official statement. Mahmoud Bawumia krata na yede eto so di E-levy be PS no ono na chichire krata no ono na keka bomu intayede na mokache se Bawumia nim. Mahmoud Bawumia omo ankasa general secretary John Boedu beka se Bawumia fully support E-levy. Akwa wejina se monto abamana no betwa ba E-levy mo oboa ope vote or so with Jimmy. So you see Bawumia contradicts himself because he's a pathological liar or you're true for on Kanokre. Or just some way Jimmy to time 2012, 2013, 2014. Or just some way Jimmy, or just say, yeah, I want to hear radio. I'm on Bedada, and a Dahodo, Bawumia, and the E-levy back.
And in some way, and I can teach FIFA and so Akasa watches. And another Danko for the young Huno, Ewo. Nelson Yeridia, now or another Danko for the Nebun, Sukra, Dr. Bawumia, some now you can say, or no, a different from another Danko Fuado, and Unti, Katajevi react here. Now,
the young Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. The argument I've heard, say, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so about E-levy. And E-levy, when you want to now buy the buy and the fire here, young constitution, constitution, they say, there shall be an executive power which shall be vested in the president. And Robi Musa said, "Dear Tina Kufado ama baby, Dr. Bawumia ye no. E dear Tina Kufado ama ho. Mumia Musa said, "Dear Tina Kufado ama ho." If said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and a chidini, now we call launching the campaign. Dr. President Kufado must be there.
Exactly.
Why was he not there?
Precisely.
Is he angry? Nebu afuana. Nebu na funi ya diya. Then the argument people advances that, and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said, when you Kufado nyagin wo E-levy one, na esan kwa resign the dada. But what kind of logic is this? When you are part of a government, now when the government nyagin it, now we are going to say you go head to head with the government. when everybody knows what government means, aban ewia se de na aban timi nya no so obesesa be ma abo oba no asa oba ko be ma na kuom timi ye. And government is so powerful, say Dr. Muhammad Bawumia ye na dwere so oba resign wa go head to head with government come back crash no.
Exactly.
We know they will come at him with every arsenal. And they would have made sure say he won't win and yet the MPP flag bearership. And then he has tactically won the MPP flag bearership. Akufo-Addo will have no control over him.
Exactly.
And he says that I have a mind of my own. We are not discussing whether or not you walk but that logic say is it not a known fact that Dr. Muhammad Bawumia stated publicly say no e-levy and compresso. One can come see shows. Also, he doesn't believe that they must be taxed. Yeah. Nasa Wakokachi Akufo-Addo say, Mr. President, e-levy I would equal me. President Akufo-Addo say, I'm a friend. I am the one that has been given executive power and I have the control over. He can only go and sit down. Yanti Kroma nebeye known fact say under the mills. Now Kwaku anyu do humuni buoma jomama. Is it not a known fact?
Exactly.
From the corridors of power, we heard it. I don't know your mama resign. Because to me, dear wisdom, a tact. Me say, a grofona is a one combative bionese. Because I realize that when you go head to head with government too much, they have the resources.
Exactly.
They have the media. They have the people. They will crush you. So sometimes you must shrewdly. The key word here is shrewdly. Shrewdly approach power. So you will live with them. You don't agree with some of the things they do. But it's not all the time that you become combative. And then Dr. Muhammad Bawumia to me as the flag bearer of the NPP. And now he's saying that one the idea about what he thinks government should be and governance should be. Mommy analyze it, your work on about this argument say, yeah, a buying a yard near Essen resign. Now your mama resigned at President Mills. President Mills, who ye the first time at your mama the podium, was say, I have directed that, I have instructed that, I have directed that, I have President Mills the mama makers have directed that, I have instructed that, I directed because the executive power was not resting on him.
Exactly.
Oh, let me say, the executive power. Akufo-Addo near man executive power. And Akufo-Addo memo kankai. Na we no me say yana me blaming Krofo. Na your mama do be nyina yakai. Except that Akufo-Addo buy wa huru ni fita. Sa corruption e dey board your mama. And Akufo-Addo na buy corruption and what thing. Eti na huru your mama de no. So he becomes a lesser of the two evils.
Exactly.
Is it true, Sir Dr. Muhammad Bawumia e-levy? That is a conversation we must have. Obi be promises say me ba es gracia make him. Is it true so bet me es gracia? That is a conversation we must have.
Exactly.
But this conversation about Swania buying a nyadwin esen ko resign for me
it's a no.
A no.
Ananya watem di na wudie na bema meja de meka no. Who watem di necessary.
In the internet emba baby.
Na we kura wo mo woni akukuduro. We do di atrawa woni akukuduro. Dr. Muhammad Bawumia you the flag bearer was wo ba e-levy obetwam. Obetwam.
Ono so akire na adwen di.
Wo kire yes e-levy no wo mpe. Ye nyina ya we. Emma make a chere say do baby can for yata na na vice president. Akufo-Addo won't hear. Akufo-Addo won't asem. Enra de ntia wa ma ayina say sa nyoma ya wo mutworo say mu say ye kwa 11 no ye na onya adwe betwam. Ye wo hwede at the mama you going to say this in public? Are you going to say this in public? Are you go enutin wa ma ho no. De ntia wa ma ho no. And Bawumia want to begin to show that he is a clear man of his own.
Exactly.
Yatukroma na 2000, ye kachere man for say. Professor Mills Seba obeye a puppet of a JJ Rollins.
Sa.
Na Professor Mills obeye a puppet of JJ Rollins. John Mahama Kurana JJ Rollins ne so ne nsa and in the bar politics him. When you to me, JJ Rollins was nowhere. Exactly. He was not listening to him.
Freedom.
And for you to think that Wobakura wa no general here ne wone na ha na nim so ofiamoy. Watching a general benye to me. Me to be in control no.
Exactly.
Nanya Kufuor na ma Kufuor attorney general. Enya Kufuor na ma Kufuor a minister of foreign affairs. And then waka sama wontie. Eti almost we mirakisia yakwa one the NDC strong power many waka say wo fremu tu so ze kadeje jijade oge sa mirakisia yakwa mechiawo asante aguna kigiriki mechiawo sorry we will analyze now say ampani ampa say the logic is that my consider Dr. Muhammad Bawumia because on any boss by and the boss a failure 2012 obian himself president Mills a co-election and Kobelusu.
Exactly.
Amamo fu president Mills bebuye. Na nipa de wo yan kana kira sem.
Precisely.
Wa munyina no mu himself president Mills ye ne ko 2012 election and Kobelusu.
Sa pepepe.
Etina do no akura gidi se ayi ye utimi se nkrofo bi ye se ne ye ni se anema ekoye se. Enye sa.
Sa pepepe.
Enye sa.
Sa pepepe.
But President Mahama bai regardless of the failure of the boss. Ano oba ye bi. Onu amu yamane be ye bi. Ano onu aba be ye bi nso Ankwesiaga. Media kamenyaye pa ko mienu nyina no yempe bola bi. Na mom se yepese select ba kopa. De ya man second in command na Ankwesiaga. Near man first in command, Ankwesiaga. And the man second in command, Ankwesiaga. Near man first in command. It is the people to decide.
Sa pepepe.
Na Kufuor na ye.
Sa.
Kufuor na ye.
Why be you?
Why be? Agoya ntrika krakai. Why be pa? What just a moment in no awama hono. Enra ne bu afu se ya se tam. Abakwe wadwa Kufuor wadwa sa. Because Bawumia want to establish that he is a man of his own. And it's a fact. Now, they to me, I'm Obiena. Now, so where your mistake is, a year or two ago, or you're not just I will come out now. I will say when I become president, I'm going to win flag bearership. Go win it. Aguvado. Already, one thing he doesn't joke with disloyalty.
Exactly.
The entire woman ministers yatina home fear bebreno is because the ministers are loyal to him. Whether they are performing or they are not performing, he understands how to hold power. He does not understand how to use the power, but he understands. So when you're to me, said you see Kuramuni, Yadem Crofua, or more Edwudi, so Kofiko Akuzes, watching up some behavior Kufadwa, Kofiko Akutue, when him finance one way, as you say, me to me, Nampasame Bohom by party, and the Kofiko Akubeto, a year a Krobodusa style. Aye. Krobodusa and Kosku. But we know you're one of the best ministers, President Nkrumah Habe.
Exactly.
And Kofiko Akuse wa Kosku. But I dream what Bob and Pesem hold it to me. I will give him power. On MJ. Eti ya analyze it. And me, Dr. Bawumia has been smart. If indeed Kufuor wanene nyagwene and you may be home and I yet or keep it quiet. Not one go head to header. That means he's been smart there. Now it's up to us to analyze the things that MPP and NDC are saying. And your man now 24 way chumberi mebe we said we see aka na no adu enkosi hwe me madwini ni enkosi hwe some tennis wani wa hunu bibi abeka bibi analyze the issues all them say ya analyze the issue no 11 obetimi atwam ontimi ntwam. These are the conversations we must have. And this election that year kono omumu bia de bibia to wa we must critically analyze it. Critically.
Efia Pokuya Vim lady enso a react a o che se ono waka pen se eye se Dr. Bawumia che se o different from eye Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. Enye sa Ghana fo nyini ntum ne no ena opufu se o different from Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. Ni entie kakra Efia Pokuya Vim lady e kan ye emra ye ba ye beto aso.
And you see, you can tell Bawumia person use Sadia way to say that I am not Nanado. Although you can still see the equity because Bawumia started, you know. Now a lot of Niama or Canning, we run it 24 hours. digitization 24 hours. Passport office, ASA, where you send this 24 hours. Yeah, wait 24 hours. Those ones you could tell sir, is directed at Bahama. But it's not surprising. This is the style that has been the style between Bawumia and Mahama all the way from 2012, 2016, LPC 2020. It has always been on a way incompetent. And Mahama to me, and I say it has always been that. So I'm not surprised about the initial one. And he said, yeah, after open Mahama Kutia say, yeah, 24 hours. So, but then the key things are a complete breakaway from President Ekufuado position, which is what the Bawumia can say. Electricity now, I'm the VAT. Bawumia say, on only vision you be for. That's a complete departure from the Nanado one. I think that Sanyama way or Kayena, for instance, he spoke about Minerals Bank, Minerals Development Bank, which is something different. It has never been mentioned under President Ekufuado. Again, that is something that I feel that Bawumia Pessoa to show that he's different from Nanado. Because you said, over all these years, accusation back on NDC for the Bawumia and so on and so Nanado. When I vice president, when I chairman of economic management team, indeed, there are not mistakes, be your mistake. But you can see it, all these things are Bawumia. Of a sort, I am different. Perhaps Bawumia person dictionary say that no can offer and another a buying or two electricity. No, his hand was not in it. Would it any can you papa see? On only time a VAT on electricity will be removed by construction. Me, how I deduce it is that Bawumia person say VAT no and another a buying their two electricity no cross on one Bawumia on the day. This is what Bawumia Crawford has been saying from beginning. Say, and you might be MPP headed by Nanado Bawumia and only Yadi, but politically, no, politically, who say Bawumia cannot come out and say that new Abai Yadi. Because if you look at even Mahama, Atameo Sabai, a lot of the things that went on in Atameo Sabai, at that time, Mahama was vice president and head of economic management team, but Mahama was not aware. I can tell you for a fact. Busa Kokwa, will tell you for a fact that under Tameo's government, there were so many things Mahama didn't know. They did not make him party to it. And the politics now be and I say, but the truth of the matter is, President Otiakonya so why you vice president sabotage. I mean, the history of Ghana under Rawlings, we saw an attack when we are called, but under Rawlings, there was a vice president called Nkensi Aka. He disagreed so vehemently with the President Rawlings at the time, to the extent about why not to tell Mahama vice presidential a position be. And I want to say Bawumia he came out openly to disagree with Rawlings at a time when everybody was scared of Rawlings. And what did he get? According to Anwar Aka, we don't know if it is true, but according to Aka, there were occasions when his disagreement with Rawlings even meant Yamahando ne kakra and kakra ebisi born asuma was not in cabinet, but these are reports. Obia when you kakra bia or 40 and 40. Onim said these are reports that we all heard at the time. Yes, but we heard it. Say I can't say Rawlings and Botasum almost here so his shoulder ebisi and bono. So Bawumia by this is trying to say that Esnome and Esnome Nanado ni amo yani bebre no may agree, but politics in Tino. Me to me, my bonte because of the kind of politically suicidal. I didn't see that. Now, even Mahama and Atamos could not openly disagree with him. A lot of the things here, journalists, funny, I didn't hear him say. The other person, even Kokumu team, no, we're fighting Mahama. But some make the Kokumu will come and say some things. If you, but on him said there was a big gap between the Mahama vice president and his team and Atamos and his team, to the extent that no more Mama Ham Popo and so that is just to show you what Bawumia was trying to communicate. Then Bawumia said that jobs, national service, clearly again, that is one thing about Bawumia person on it say. So me and so Nanado or see national service optional says or no optional, which is that by force of national service. Say who here university now Benya Juma and by force of national service. And he says, according to his vision, this is how obey media attract employers na employers aba because ko approach America yi any UK school for baby school there job first aye wo school enti adwumero afọ no be fa workers ho but according to Bawumia ne strategy national service nti no company bebre person on be fan crop because onim say obera be national service anyway nti again this is something that he says that making national service optional is also to show you say esnome and esno nanado. His team has really worked towards the team no matter game by him. Make the other part, no, but I think you see, bro, who say they're gonna yati diao. Bro, who say very juicy policies. Any other so say see about Bawumia, you know, it is incumbent on Bawumia team say, persuasive. No man can't Ghana for not to Ghana for dream. We say yes, indeed, we are here to do the job, and we are here to persuade you say we can do the job. Because Monday me can send me Chelsea. I normal I say I be upon the second time and I know why he before was a problem. No say so omo ba be incumbent case over America Joe Biden. No ho chire no sa incumbent case ebi ye no. Ebi na FAC MPP for no. So now also double the work to convince Ghana voters or mabema because jobs be anymore. And some of the things about Bawumia kan Galamsey asemia. O share 2016 in 2020 Galamsey was a key issue. Before lose most of the Galamsey areas. Bawumia say, Omoba, Omodi Galamsey Krabeka TVET, no, Omo certificate. Now, what they will do is abandon mines, no mines now, Omotum go there now. Omo for say, abandon, no magic. Now, the Ama Galamsey for no man regulated into TVET, what skills now, Yans and human certificate. Now, the Ama Omo abandoned mines, Galamsey for now, my Juma. As a way to regulate them again. This is something that is completely opposite the Akufo-Addo Aka. Over the years, Akufo-Addo buy in Anka we be that. Again, Bawumia one person or the also say, I am different from Akufo-Addo. That's what he wants to show. I am different from Akufo-Addo. That's one of the things that Bawumia wants to show. You can see any team, no. Some Mahama that Mahama didn't go for Bawumia Chisa, and I think that is why opposition a year strong is good. When an opposition is effective, they force you to think. And you can see Aduma Bawumia for you say they've been thinking. They've been thinking, Mahama for now or more a run for their money. And this 2024 elections, it will be good, but it's also going to be based on ideas. This is young voters refuse to listen to these things here on Moking. Because a lot of the things about Bawumia can people, I felt that he's talking about a lot of ordinary voters' heads. And your money be bro, so because digitization, I thought baby warma, then he saw kind of baby because he access focus on the things that make you unique, which is the now national service there, or can gold for a year first, gold for oil, no. And I've now come to understand it kind of a little bit more than usually now party communicators they were all not explaining it well because according to Bawumia, no, gold for oil as a way to stem city exchange rate, because it's an exchange rate. Bawumia had a background on NDC for facing. NDC would never stop talking about city exchange rate because on one Bawumia so the city exchange rate boy this so now because NDC lose 2016 and one of the things NDC lose 2016 is city exchange rate. And the NDC no surprising. I know my NDC was so Bawumia manatete. The city has exposed you. And one of the things that Bawumia is saying is, in order to ensure, say, dollar no abroad, name for pressure, and the to Ghana city exchange rate to Suntino. Send ye dollar back crude oil, no. Ye gold no at the top. Now, see, almost starting to Omoya. So far, gold or Motimi Anya 2.79, which is almost $3 billion. You're calling the IMF. And look at conditionalities IMF for the Maye. Meanwhile, not saying it can be a more at Ghana just because a conquer for bottom. Again, this is also to show you about me as watchers or being checked. Okay, no frata. Thierry pa. Baby, I didn't also. Bawumia so what say what being checked no frata. Because if gold for crude oil, now we can be able to retain dollar. Now first one. Again, gold never go to dollar never kebeko. But because here retaining gold, we have been able to hold gold reserves. I'll see 26 tons on Bank of Ghana. What did they come to Bekanwa? Total, we have 2.79, which is almost 3 billion here. And he said, and he even emphasizes, say, Senke started gold for oil that Ghana. Your gold reserve, your Bewano, a chain on him, Queen Elizabeth. Now, no, Yawayana before Queen Elizabeth, Bewu, Omukwa gold reserve, British gold reserve, not chain the whole room. And your room for rooms, gold, and Ghana, a gold coast. Here, any gold betting cry. So I say, and no building. Again, I mean, to say, Bawumia, I know I've been chill for that. He's different from Nanado. And to me, and that is something a homework. That I can't say Bawumia homework back on. No, he needs to prove to Ghana force he's different from Akufo-Addo. And yes, sir, Akufo-Addo failure to fight corruption. Man, they say me catch him say, a ban of corruption. Akufo-Addo